Welcome to the jungle. What episode are we on, boys? 31?
You got it.
Boom. Episode 31, West Coast Sports Junkies. Coming to
Cam
you.
Chancellor episode.
The Cam Chancellor episode. So, coming to you from Burnaby, New Westminster, and South Surrey. As you can see, we're short one. We got 3 wheels today. All good. We got another one of our boys is out in Ontario. It would have been a sin to record from there anyways, from the center of the universe. So we decided we would just go with the 3 Musketeers. Here we are. Episode 31. We got a lot to get into. Ty, let's go with, first of all, what are you drinking, Ty?
I am sipping on some Crown Royal tonight. Crown and Cola for opening night in the Canucks season.
Another Ontario drink, the Crown Royal. Mike, what do you got?
Tonight, I'm just going with the old classic favorite, Budweiser.
It's an American drink. I'm going to go with the Mexican Corona. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So it's a little bit slow on the craft beer week, this week for the craft beer, but I'm going a little rogue. Great episode to get into this evening. We have the Canucks opening. Actually, we're watching right now. Lots of movement there. We got the Russell Wilson injury. We have a lot of other things going on in the NFL. Some not so pleasant things Ty wanted to talk about. Excuse me. What else do we have, Ty? Well, I die over here.
Well, there was a big boxing fight on Saturday night. I know Mike thinks boxing's dead, but
big and boxing fight shouldn't be in the same sentence.
It was.
I just found out that there's a boxing fight this weekend, Kris.
Same here.
Well, you guys were without reception up some mountain, so I can understand you guys missing that fight, but it was Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the trilogy, and it was it's being talked about as like one of the best overall entertainment-wise heavyweight fights of all time. It's up there, probably top 10. People are saying, which is pretty crazy. It's a great fight.
Oh, please! They're saying that just to try to sell some pay-per-views. There's no way.
No, I'm not.
It's going to be top 10.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. It was back and forth. There was knockdowns both ways. Honestly, when it's showed again, I think TSN usually will show it like 2-3 weeks after. Check it out. You'll see what I mean. It was a great fight. Watch it.
Oh man,
you'll be like, oh wow, Ty, you're right.
Did it go the distance? Does it go the distance?
No, it was a knockout. I won't spoil it for you.
I'll check it out. Oh,
wow,
I hate boxing, man.
I'm yawning
so
already.
One-dimensional, Yeah,
no, it was really good though.
Okay, well, while we have you guys here, how was your Thanksgiving? What'd you do?
It was good. It was just nothing crazy. Had some turkey, went for a nice dinner, and just relaxed and watched football. How about you guys?
Right on, man. We went camping in the middle of the woods with 3 families there. It was cold and it was a lot of fun, man. It was we deep fried a turkey, or Kris did, and I told you before, or him and his wife and the girls, they put on a really good feast for us all. And I hope that we make this a tradition. It was the first time we did it, and I'm already looking at spots for next year that we could go and play around in the middle of nowhere.
It was a blast. Really enjoyed it. Really like being out there this time of year. The colors in the forest right now, just with fall, autumn, and just the colors. I can't get over it. I just can't get over the colors. Love being out there. Love the fresh air. I know Mike did a nice hike with my son and my godson, and they were out in the pitch black. It must have been really cool. I was not. I don't really do that type of thing. We did scale the side of a mountain,
It was the most exercise I've ever seen Kris do in his life.
Well, he just said he didn't hike though.
He didn't. The first day he man, the Oilers just scored. But
I told you I have a delay. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. So the first day we went turkey hunting. And
did you eat the turkey that you killed?
Well, we didn't get it. We didn't get one. We went to this spot, to this person's house that he knew had a farm. They're like, yeah, there's turkeys on this farm all the time. Come out here and take one. I'm like, okay. So there's nothing more like Thanksgiving than to go and hunt your own turkey and then eat it, right? And so we go out there, and they're like, yeah, the turkeys are in up this mountain, which is like straight up and down almost, man. It was ridiculous. So we get in the back and we start hiking all the way up this mountain. And Kris is hiking up. I'm surprised that he was there. And then we get up to like, maybe 3/4 of the way up the mountain, and they call us and they're like, yeah, the turkeys are right here. Send us a photo in their backyard. Oh my God. We had to go all the way back down. But no, we actually didn't get, we saw them. They were there, but they were in the neighbor's property. And that just probably wouldn't have been,
good.
Wouldn't have been cool. Wouldn't have been cool. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, we heard some gobbles on the way up, but and they gobble, like they're like gobble gobble, right? And
what do they do?
They gobble gobble. Yes. So you want to give us the goal update, Mike? Who just scored?
I have no idea. I just saw the score.
Bully Arvey scored for the Oilers.
Oh.
Kind of not the greatest goal, but nonetheless, they scored. Anyways, all right. Well, let's get into Russ and Pete and the Sea
Hawks.
Ty, what do we got?
Yeah, it was a very disappointing game on last Thursday night. Obviously the big story from that game, other than us losing to the Rams, it was a really weird game. There was just lots of weird shit going on. Like the punt from Michael Dixon, he had it blocked and then he picked it up and kicked it again. I didn't know you could do that. Apparently it's a new rule this year, but it was a quirky game. A lot of weird things happened. And obviously the worst case scenario for us as Seahawk fans, Russell Wilson hurt his finger, I think on Aaron Donald's helmet or arm. I can't exactly remember now, but yeah, he was trying to complete a pass, and on the follow through, he caught it on there, and it was jacked up. I don't know. You saw right after the replay. It was pretty nasty looking. He went off right away, and I was hoping, maybe it's just popped out or something. They're gonna throw it back in there, and he'd run back out. And Geno Smith came in, and he actually looked pretty good in his brief appearance there. He led a big drive, got us back in the game. Unfortunately, he threw a pick that wasn't really his fault. But yeah, the Seahawks fall to 2-3. It's a big loss in the division, but I mean, the bigger loss, obviously, is Russell Wilson. Man, I don't know what they're gonna do if we're gonna be able to salvage the season. There still is no timetable. I've heard anything from 4 to 8 weeks on Russ's injury. He had surgery the day after. He's got screws in his finger, apparently. But one good thing is the Seahawks didn't put him on IR, which gives me hope that it might be, quicker absence than we thought. But Mike, what do you think about the situation?
Well, yeah, it's absolutely devastating for us Seahawk fans that what happened there. It's really unfortunate, and when it happened, I was just shocked. I mean, I was shocked when you saw his finger kind of like all bent out of shape there, and you're like, oh no. But it's Russell Wilson. He always plays, and he's like the Iron Man. He's I don't
never
think he's
missed
a
start.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, he'll be back. And I even saw him on the sidelines right after it happened, throwing balls around. So I'm like, okay, he's good. But then I saw Geno Smith coming. I'm like, oh no, this is bad. I don't think I've ever seen Russ miss a snap due to an injury. Maybe he has, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I thought that Geno Smith coming in, he did a really good job. He drove us down there. He looked great, threw a touchdown pass. And the shocking thing was, I think, one part of that game too was our defense and how horrible our run defense is. We're worse in the league. Can't make a stop. They actually did make a
Defense
stop.
as a whole is worse than the league, but yeah.
Yeah. We actually did make a stop and gave Geno Smith, I think, around 2 minutes, maybe a minute and 40 seconds, something like that, to have a chance at a game-winning drive.
Yeah.
And obviously, after seeing the drive that he had just put together, I thought, dude, this is it. He's going to do it. This is, we got our new starter here. And then the first play throws a pick. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. That's it, right? But
yeah, no, that pick wasn't on him either. It was Tyler Lockett got his feet tangled up. I mean, it was.
I know,
unlucky.
but like that's looking at it afterwards. But looking at it like real time, it looked really bad. Like it looked like he just threw the ball to two defenders. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my.
But yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, offensively, I don't think we should be as worried. I think Geno Smith can fill in and do a pretty good job. Obviously, he's no Russell Wilson, but I mean, he's a talented guy. He was a first-round draft pick for a reason. He's now obviously been a backup. He knows our system well. He's been a backup in Seattle for 3 years, I believe. So he practices with us all the time. He's got a great guy in Russ that he's looked up to and learned from. So, I mean, offensively, I don't think we should be worried, but defensively, it's a problem. We got a big problem. And I just don't know what we can do or what they can fix without like just trying a different system. Like Pete's system is not working.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too. Like I had a couple people send me messages saying that Adams had a really bad game. He was hit an off game and stuff, but they didn't even use him to attack the quarterback at all through this game. I think one play on the end of the game they used him once, and it was effective. They usually do that. They didn't use that at all during this.
You know
game.
why
they're surprising.
Why they're doing that is because our secondary is so bad that in past years we had a decent secondary. It's been a position of weakness since obviously like the Shermans and even Shaq Griffin last year. Like I wasn't a huge fan of him, but he was a lot better than what we have right now. That's why he got a big deal in Jacksonville this year. But the reason why Jamal Adams is not up at the line of scrimmage as much is because our secondary is struggling and they need him back there. But I mean, he's one guy. He's a safety, right? Like the corners are not doing their jobs. It's a big position in need. We knew coming into this year that was going to be a question mark. They tried to draft. They tried to trade for a couple cheaper players, and it's clearly not working. So last year with Carlos Dunlap, when we picked him up, we were missing a pass rush. I don't know if you remember. Our defense was terrible last year, the first half of the year, and we turned it around. But yeah, John Schneider went out and traded for Dunlap, who's an experienced pass rusher. It'll be interesting to see this year if we can hang on enough in our division in the playoff race to see if John Schneider will go out and make a big play for a cornerback, because that's what we need. You get a star corner in there or even a decent corner in there, then you can bring Adams up where he likes to be, rushing the passer and doing those little things like that. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, something needs to change because the defense is on pace. They're setting records right now historically for the worst defense.
I know, it's crazy. And they actually did make a couple moves today. They released a cornerback, right?
Trey Flowers.
Trey Flowers, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm still hopeful. I still think that the season can be salvaged. I think that Geno Smith coming in will do a good enough job to get us there. With the offense we have around him, we just need guys to be leaders, step up, like Bobby Wagner and those boys that have been around for a long time, and get this defense fired up. I think that these guys are adults, and they don't necessarily really need coaches to do it. They can do it themselves.
Yeah, no, this weekend, in my opinion, obviously we say it every week now, but it's a huge game for the season. I think it's a very winnable game at Pittsburgh. Big Ben has not looked great. They do have some weapons. They're at home. They have a good defense, but I think it's a very winnable game. And that gets us to 3-3. It's another week closer to potential Russ returning. Like I said, we still don't know. But I don't know. There's definitely some adjustments that hopefully they're making this week preparing for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you guys think Pete Carroll survives this?
Unfortunately, I think he does. I want.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I've talked about it in the past few episodes a little bit. I think it's just time for a change.
Mm.
Yeah, just think it's time for a change. Different philosophy, different coach. I
I don't know,
mean,
he's got a lot of pull. He's got a lot of pull. He did bring...
That's the thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he brought a Super Bowl to Seattle. He's gonna leave on his own terms, I think. When he decides to hang him up, that's when he'll leave.
Him and Schneider, yeah, I think are like attached to the hip, right? They kind of come as a package now. I think I do think he'll probably coach out his deal. But if it's not Pete, then I don't know. Like Ken Norton Jr. has been there for years. I would like him to. Just a change of philosophy, defensive philosophy. He hasn't changed anything from the Legion of Boom days, man. It's the same thing, but we don't have the same players. You know, the stuff he could get away with back in the day with that roster is a lot different than what you can get away with when you're piecing it together on a budget. But anyways.
Ty, are you in your closet?
No.
Where are you?
That's my man cave jersey rack.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. It just looks like you're in a closet.
Yeah, I'm sitting in there, you know.
Yeah. You better come out of the closet, Ty. All right. Well, we were just talking in the break here, or during the break today. So Ovechkin comes in game one, scores 2 goals. Ty's texting in the group chat. He's gonna break the record. He scored 2 goals in game one.
No, but I talked about it before the season.
He's at 732. He needs to get to 894.
Very
732, 732, 894.
And he just signed
way to go.
He just signed an extension to play another 5 years.
Yeah, man, but he's got to be like, what? Do the math. How many goals does he need per year?
I don't know. Do the math. What do I look like, a human calculator to you? I just said he's going to break it.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to give me some numbers to prove that fact, Ty. You're not just, he's going to break it. He
needs like 30 a year or something.
Mike's crunching numbers over there. What's he doing over there?
What is it? What's Gretzky's at?
894
minus
732. What do we got left?
Okay, a little.
He needs 162 goals. And how many years does he have on his deal?
He just signed a 5.
Divided by 5. Divided by 5.
He needs 32.4 goals a year.
That was close.
That's a lot of goals. That's a lot of goals.
Not happening.
I see you guys are wanting to. You guys are itching like for a bet here.
No, I still haven't got paid from Dan. He's over in Toronto. He owes me $100
and 5 shots.
I don't care about them. I just want to see the shots happen.
Oh no, I care about both. I care about.
Yeah, both. I think he's got a great chance, and I think it would be awesome for hockey, man. It's going to be a fun chase,
dude.
Like you said, he got 2 tonight.
Nobody breaking Gretzky's goal and assist record.
And
nobody.
Ovechkin got screwed by a lockout year, a completely canceled year.
So did Gretzky.
Also a COVID year.
Gretzky had 2 lockouts and shortened seasons.
But Mike could score fucking the amount of goals Gretzky had playing in those times, man. You see the goalies?
Nobody could score the amount of goals Gretzky scored, clearly.
Until a few years from now.
Not happening.
But anyways, I
if
think
he has 50 goals this season, I'll be like, okay, maybe. We'll see. But he won't. And then we'll be laughing at you again at the end of the season.
Well, he's off to a good start. Start off with 2 off the bat.
Okay, well, I bet he'll be over 32 this year.
Oh, that's a good bet. Oh, what do you want to bet on that? 5 shots and $100? I'm on a roll.
Sure.
Okay. He'll have over 32 goals.
Yeah.
You heard it, folks. Episode 31. The bet is on. Ty, write it down in your little bet calculator notebook
and
thing
then
that you have.
He's on pace for breaking Gretzky's record.
That could be a separate
It'll
bet.
be over 32, but I'm just saying it'll be at least 32. Okay, yeah.
I do think he's gonna get more than 32 this year.
What?
But not in year 4 and 5 of this
deal.
deal.
Mike, another bet here.
Well, hold on.
How-
He's
only
he's
needs
got
30.
no. He's got to get more than since he already scored 2
No,
goals.
the bet
you
already was
add-
made, my
no,
friend.
No. I just realized he scored 2 goals tonight.
Mike,
So
the bet was just made. Correct?
plus 2 goals, so 34 goals.
No, we just made a bet for 32, man. You can't go back in time. Okay, I'll meet you in the middle, 33.
Hey, the most important thing is that
33.
Obi's on my fantasy hockey team.
Oh,
So-
shit. Can I take my bet back?
Hey,
What
oh,
about that?
I was gonna ask. So when was this draft, and why wasn't I invited again?
Oh, I don't know,
know.
man. Trav's a commish.
Yeah, we just do it. It was like a hey, we can do it. It
It's
was like
just
that night.
fucking, yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a hey. Can you do it? It's this night. I didn't even get that courtesy.
We're trying to save you your
The
buy-in,
same
man.
guys for like 10 years. Where the heck you been?
Oh, I took the last couple years off.
You just can't take years off in
Wow.
these things. We do
Is-
it at the same time, all same guys all the time.
Is Jackie in it?
No.
She's not in it, and I'm not. Fuck that. I started that fucking pool. What are you talking about, man? It was all me. Back
I
in
don't know. I don't know about that
2006.
one.
You were in it
Six.
once or twice, maybe.
No, I was in it for the first like 7 years. What are you talking
I
about?
don't know. You talk to talk to Trav. He's,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a spanking.
All right, we got a little off track here.
Yeah, we
So,
did. We sure did. Okay, let's talk Canucks. So Zach McEwen gone. Went on waivers. Got claimed by the Flyers.
Hey,
What?
you think
Got-
it's a good? I think it's a good thing, man. Like, remember when
Who
we used
cares?
to throw players on
That's what I
waivers
feel
and they
about
would never get claimed, and we'd be like, oh, we have a lot of. Now I feel like, wow, we got some talent. People are claiming our shit that normally
Yeah,
would
but-
just make it to the farm.
We need that for injuries.
Yeah, I know
okay?
we're losing depth. I agree.
Besser, uninjured, or he's in. Well, no, he's gonna play the next game.
Anybody
but-
know what's going on there with Besser?
They're not
Undisclosed injury.
Yeah, they're not saying.
Does he want out, Mike?
No, I'm just thinking maybe
I
it's
know, I'm
like
joking. Remember Pedersen last year?
yeah. I think
But no, so they just signed Alex Chason on a he came on a tryout.
PTO.
Made the team. I think that was a factor in sending McEwen down. I mean, he hasn't really proved a lot. I get what you're saying about depth. That is obviously important. But Benning did some good work down in Abbotsford, the Abbotsford Canucks. He did good work for our farm team. I've never seen so many guys signed.
hey, we're gonna make this boy a hat.
Thank you, Jim, for the Abbotsford Canucks.
Yeah.
That's about
Yeah, we
all
should.
I'll say.
Yeah. Anytime you
yeah,
compliment Jim Benny, you get a hat.
Get a
Hashtag
hat,
thank
yeah.
you, Jim.
But yeah, so what do you
It's
guys?
game night finally. Canucks are back at it. It's great
Yeah, I
to
was
see
gonna
Pedersen
say-
out there.
I was gonna say, what are your expectations for the Canucks this year? I think we should give a little prediction on how you think we'll do or we'll finish. Not exact, but you know what I mean. Mike, what do you feel? What do you think about?
I want the
Canucks?
fucking cup, Stanley Cup, baby. That's what I want.
Okay, it's not what you want. What do you think? We all want the cup. What do you think the Canucks are gonna do? Think they're gonna surprise some people?
Yeah, I think they are. They're a young team that can do it. I think we're making the playoffs and we're gonna go for a run, hopefully.
Kris, what do you think?
What do I think? Well, I think we're a playoff team. I do think that. I don't know. It all depends on injuries, right? Is what I'm banking on this season, because I mean, even tonight, game number 1, who do we have? We got Besser's out, right?
Yeah.
And it's difficult to have a good season when key players like Besser, who's going to have a shit ton of responsibility this year, in comparison to previous years, when they're injured. It's tough it's a tough goal. It's a tough goal, right? Game 1,
Well,
Besser out.
Yeah, that's obvious. Captain Obvious.
If there's any year right now
we
that
do
we're
not want
gonna-
injuries.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
They went all
But-
in on the OEL trade, so I mean, this has to be playoffs. This has to be a run of some sort, or
Oh yeah, Benning.
it was all for
Benning.
naught, or it was a bust. Right?
So we don't make the playoffs, or if we're not even close to making the playoffs, here's the scenario. The OEL trade's going to be very scrutinized. Benning is gonna panic. He's gonna fire Green. and then Benny's gonna get fired at the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire Green. But
And
what
then
if they don't make the playoffs and OEL has a Norris contending year?
I doubt that's happening. But
We need
He's
that to
had it
happen.
Before.
That's what they're banking on. Like
you
Norris
want him to
type
have
year-
a Norris
no.
type year, and we don't make the playoffs. I don't want to see that. I'd rather him
Norris
have a
type
shit season.
year. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that, but we just need him to be like
Need him to
3/4 of a
play-
Norris, just a
Yeah.
lot better than he had been in Arizona.
He's got to play like he did when I went to see him play in Arizona. He was all over the ice. He was on another level. He was in on every goal. And that's what we need from him.
Yeah, so I'm with you, Mike. I'm thinking it's going to be playoffs, and hopefully some sort of run needs to happen.
And for the injuries, I feel like last year we had a ton of injuries, which was sort of like that was our Achilles heel. And I think that Pedersen took half the season.
Thanks,
off.
Captain Obvious.
Yeah, Pedersen has your Captain Obvious. Pedersen took half the season off, so we're coming back well rested. We should be good to go. I don't think injuries should be a problem this year. Hopefully.
Well, you said it, so we'll see now. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm excited to see? Like, I'm excited to have a quality backup. Halak, I always liked Halak as a goalie. I always thought he was pretty good. Remember what he did in Montreal, all that stuff.
Even what he did in Boston.
And in Boston, yeah.
There, yeah. He's been a
steady
I agree,
Eddie.
actually. I agree.
Pretty high caliber backup. So, I think Demko is gonna I think he's gonna have a next level season. I just think that. I don't know. I think you could see the way he's been progressing, right? Through his career. Last year, like that bubble Demko, that was something else. That was effing believable. Bubble Demko. Drink to Bubble Demko. Okay. But we got a power play. Last season was kind of but I think this season he takes a step forward and he's got a good backup. Yeah, excited to see what happened. Who was his backup last year? Why can't I remember?
What's his name? Braden Holtby.
Oh yeah, Holtby. Yeah, that's right. And where did Holtby go?
Oh, I just saw that. Dallas.
Oh, he's in Dallas. Okay.
Holtby's in Dallas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're talking about Bubble Demko, which is, think of every Stanley Cup winner for the most part. Obviously, it's a hot goalie. Is a big part of it, right? So if we have a solid year getting to the playoffs and Demko does what we think he can do and turns it on and we go on a run, and that's what you need, man. That's what you need in the playoffs. The one thing I will, like we were just talking about, even losing McEwen, depth, right? We need 4 lines. You need to roll 4 lines as a team and get that consistent. You need the 4th line to chip in. Obviously the 3rd line, you get your checking line. Do you guys think we have enough depth there this year? Or are we going to be lacking that?
Well, it depends who you listen to. Excuse me. If you listen to like the Elliot Friedmans of the world, yes, we do have enough depth. If you listen to the Matt Sikarises of the world, this team sucks and it should be bulldozed. So it all depends. Well, those 2 guys are the most negative people I've ever seen in my life. But
yeah, fair enough.
Depends who you listen to. I'm kind of in the middle. I still think we can do better, but we're not we're not as bad as some people make us out to be, or make the Canucks out to be. So
yeah, no, I would agree. What do you think, Mike? What I'm a little what I'm a little worried about is depending how we're doing when that trade deadline approaches, I don't want to be throwing around draft picks, man. Again.
You know what, Benning to pull a Benning?
Yeah. Obviously if we're having that type of year, and I guess it just depends, and that's a wait and see, but I don't know. I think we're just we're used to doing Benning things, and I'm already thinking of that. That's how like broken we are as Canuck fans. You're already thinking of how he's going to mess up even more long term in these, because right now, is the way I see it, we have a 3-year window with the Pedersen contract. I don't think, if we're not competitive, I think he's gone after these 3 years, that bridge deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't think he's quite as loyal as his countrymen, the Sedins. I think he's a little bit different. So
Yeah, he seems, which is good in a way. He seems like he wants to win. Like, obviously, the Sedins, don't get me wrong, they wanted to win, but I mean, they were, happy with the situation, the city, and everything like that. But yeah, Mike, what do you think? What do you think about the Canucks' depth? Back to my original question there. You think they have enough?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like what Kris said. I hear it from both sides that some people say they do, some people say that they don't. I think that I just want to see the first maybe quarter of the season, then we can decide. And I think that I think one thing that's kind of cool about this year is that we have the farm team in our backyard, so we can go and watch their games and see how those players are performing, and we can get a good feel for our depth charts. Going forward here. But I think I want to see a few games before I make my decision whether I think we do or we don't have enough depth, and see how this team sort of, clicks together.
When do you want to go to a game? We should go to a Abbotsford Canucks game.
Yeah, man, totally. Anytime.
Can we sleep
right
in the
there.
trailer after? It's pretty close there.
Sure. Yeah.
Huh? What do you think, Ty? You want to come sleep in the trailer with us?
Oh, sorry, Canucks chance. No, I do not. I'll Uber back to the mainland.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. There's a bathroom. It works and stuff.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, right? Speaking of that, about going to games and stuff, how good is it going to be to go to a regular season Canuck game?
Yes,
Fans back in the building. And they apparently are looking at, right now, I think it's only in Vancouver anyways, it's at 50% capacity. They're looking at increasing that for the first home game, which is the end of the month.
So I haven't even looked. Does that mean that tickets are ridiculously expensive?
Well, they start on a 6-game road trip, but yeah, I haven't even looked. I actually have I think I have the home opener. I think it's the Oilers on the 30th, which I'm going to, but
nice.
But yeah, I think they're looking at increasing the capacity before the first home game anyways, so that shouldn't be an issue. They've sold games all year as if they're going to have full capacity, so pretty sure they're hoping Bonnie Henry and the health authority opens up capacity, because there'll be some issues. If not, a lot of refunds going out.
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Yeah, I got to take the kids to a game this year for sure.
Before we get off this subject of the Canucks, what happened to my boy Oli Juolevi?
He got traded, Mike, to Florida.
Who did we get for him?
I can't remember their names, but good players.
We had enough of them, eh?
A couple of prospects. I think one was like Lamakin or something like that. But yeah, no idea about those guys. But I guess it's some depth in the organization, which we just talked about.
Well, they were saying that what Benning got back for O'Leary was basically O'Leary, just coming back. Same kind of idea, fresh start for both guys. The one that we got back though, he's already done this twice. He's been traded. So
yeah, we got two guys too as well.
Yeah.
So but yeah.
That kind of pissed me off. I was excited to see O'Leary this year.
Was not panning out, man. He couldn't even make the team.
Yeah, but you want to see your top 10 picks, first round picks produce, man. That's depressing.
They actually had Benning. I can't remember what it was on, but I just saw a little clip of it. And he said, which is obvious, they went for positional need rather than the best player available in the draft.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately for us, because
when he picked O'Leary?
Yeah. He went for positional need instead of the best player available. And, obviously the next pick to go was Matthew Tkachuk, I believe, to Calgary. And then there's Nick Ehlers later to Winnipeg. Like, there's some good players. That's just two. There's some good players that went after him.
Yeah.
But it was, interesting to hear him finally say that instead of I think it was kind of before. It's like, oh no, we took the best guy. It was for the best fit for our team. So he thought, but he just finally came out and said, yeah, it was not the best player available.
There you go.
Thank you,
What
Jim.
about? Thank you, hashtag. Thank you, Jim. How about the Kraken were released for the first time, and Donato scored the first goal, franchise history. I thought that was cool. Against they're both your teams, Ty. What are you gonna do? You're split down the middle, huh? You could have gone either way.
No, Mike asked me that actually before the game. It was Vegas, baby, all the time.
Yeah. Then your Vegas guy cheated at the end there, kicked the goal in.
They're my number 2. We've been over this. Okay, the Vegas number 2, the Kraken now number 3 in the pecking order. But yeah, what an atmosphere! Did you guys see the pregame? They had the Kraken on the ice digitally. Yeah. They had the Vegas night come out and burn it, and it was really cool. Yeah. Did you see that, Mike? The graphics on the ice?
It looks like they're doing it right over there for sure. And
oh man, this is a party.
Yeah. I only got to watch the beginning of the game, but from what I saw, they looked like they came out pretty flat-footed, and they were down 2 goals right away.
Yeah, actually, well, the thing is, the Kraken, the first few minutes, they came out flying. They looked like the better team, and I think they're just the adrenaline going first game, and they made a couple costly turnovers, and then all of a sudden it was going the other way. And like you said, it was 2-0 early, got up to 3-0, and then they chipped their way back into the game, made it 3-3 in the third, and like Kris just referred to there, right after the Kraken had tied it at 3. Who was it? I think it was Chandler Stevenson on a 2-on-1 deflected a puck in the net. It was close to a kicking motion.
It was a kick, Kris? Man. He kicked it.
That's such a stupid rule, man. Like I would have said it was a kick. It looked like the outside of his foot, but because it wasn't a full soccer kicking motion, that's kind of what they go with.
I would have called it back. It's Seattle's first game, man. You score on a technical, fuck off. Come on. Where's your head at?
What a tough place to go. Vegas is it's a rowdy place, for their first NHL game ever. I thought it was cool though, the 2 latest franchises going head to head. But yeah, it turned out to be a great game, very entertaining. If our listeners, if you guys have never been to a game in Vegas, you got to put that on the list because it's up there.
It is up there.
It's a party. It's a lot of fun. They do a really good job.
Mike, did you go?
And now Seattle as well. Yeah, I've been to one there. Yeah, it is wild. Yeah. It's I think it's $18 US for a beer. It's ridiculous. Right? That's insane. But you can get anything you want there. You can get, hard bar. It's Vegas, right?
And I don't think they cut off alcohol either.
No, man. Sin City, baby.
I think Mike and I were rushing out there thinking it was going to be cut off at the end of the second or something. And we were good.
Last call. This is Vegas, baby. Remember, Mike?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our Canucks update, or hockey update. All right. Well, since Dirty Dan is not with us this week, I will take over the dirty talk, and it shall be very filthy. Okay. So I made myself laugh. All right. Dirty time. Okay. So what's the deal with that Dirty Dad? Why is he not here tonight? He is in Toronto and he clearly is too busy for us. Ba-ba-ba-ba! All right. So what about what else do we got here? Let's talk about the NFL and the email scandal. 650,000 emails, and Josh Gruden gets fired. So, what were in those emails? Did he say something bad? What happened? We don't know, but we're not gonna know either. But he's fired. That's it, folks, for the Dirty Talk this week. Stay dirty.
Wow. It's pretty good there,
okay?
Kris. Wow.
Not bad, right? Wow.
That was dirty.
The bombs were pretty good, but the content, didn't really deliver. We might need Dan back next week. I appreciate the attempt, though,
Well, you know what, though? I had 3 seconds to prepare, and I did not bad. Dan has all week to prepare, and it sounds similar to what I just did. So, just saying.
I'm gonna have to fact check you there as well. It's John Gruden, not Josh Gruden.
Oh, sorry, John. I was too into the. I was too like the adrenaline was going. I thought I was.
I thought you were just doing what Dan did, and then I had to fact check.
Just make mistakes all the time. Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't say that. No.
But you thought it. But you thought it.
No, not at all. I'm just ready to make the corrections on one of those rants. But anyways, yeah, John Gruden. Crazy story, man. There's a lot there. Apparently he said some terrible things about certain groups of people in these emails. And yeah, like you said, it is obviously it's unacceptable, and he's gone for a reason. I guess we don't know exactly what was said, but like you pointed out, 650,000 emails, and they only found something wrong with John Gruden's. Like, there was a lot of football teams that they were that would have been in connection with those emails, and high NFL league officials like Roger Goodell's and different operations managers of the league, albeit like the refs, and a lot had to do with the lockout in 2011. That's what these emails were about. But I mean, I find it odd that it's just John Gruden that was singled out of all of this, right? Like, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. And I think that his lawyers will be like, why don't you show us all the emails then?
Right. And then there's been rumblings already that there's a whole bunch of attorneys, not only for Gruden, but like for the Washington football team. And they want the whole investigation revealed. Like, they want the emails, they want it. They're like, why, what are you guys hiding? Put it all out there. Let's get full transparency with it. And it just feels shady because, John Gruden 3 years ago signed a 10-year, $100 million contract to be the head coach of the Raiders, which is it was the richest contract ever for a head coach. Like, that's unprecedented. You don't see those type of deals. So was it the Raiders owner Mark Davis there, like, just looking for something? All the owners they have a lot of pull, as we know, within the league. Was he just looking for a way out, a way to void that contract and pretty much force Gruden's hand to step down, which is what he did. He resigned.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something funny going on there, and I hope they do release everything, so get to the bottom of this and see who else is out there saying some stupid things. Mike, what do you think about the situation?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to agree with you totally, but I totally do agree with you. I want to see the rest of the emails. I don't like calling out just one guy when there's that many, emails back and forth, and they're just pulling a couple emails out. I mean, sure, he shouldn't have said what he said or put in writing or whatever it was. That's wrong. But I don't think he's probably the only one that did that or something like that. And it'd be interesting to see the entire thing if it ever unfolds.
100%.
Sorry, just to did you guys see Myers just absolutely destroy Duncan Keith? Did you see that?
No, I'm podcasting. I missed it.
Yeah, Duncan was kind of off balance though, and he was on the ground.
I didn't see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what this fight was about here?
Yeah, of course. It's clean hit, then somebody needs to start a fight. That was great. That was a great hit.
and with Gruden, another thing, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Gruden coached them to their first Super Bowl win before last year, obviously, and Tom Brady winning one. But he was in their Ring of Honor. And Tampa Bay yesterday, right after that, announced that they would be removing him from the Ring of Honor, which I thought was pretty quick. Like, give the guy a chance, maybe. Like, they're obviously they're a league in the NFL, so their owner may be privy to a little more information than we are. So maybe there's some things that obviously led to that happening. But I thought that was pretty quick and surprising, like, and hypocritical in a way, man. They employ Antonio Brown, who is not a very classy character. He's been arrested multiple times for domestic violence. There's videos, there's 911 calls, and they pay him and he had a huge game, 2 touchdowns on Sunday, but you're going to remove a coach for something from an email 10 years ago that maybe has not been substantiated. I don't know. Just my thoughts. What do you think about that?
Well, I think we should let the powers that be go through what they need to go through to settle this. I'd like to see the outcome. I want to see what his lawyers are going to say. I also want to see what other emails are going to come out of this. It should be an interesting time. I think we're in a day and age now where this type of stuff shouldn't be happening, but 100%. It is. So
totally agree.
So and the consequences that come with saying things like that, I think are 100% justified. So
no, I totally agree. What I was just mainly ranting about there is like the Antonio Brown thing, like the organization, Tampa Bay, it's hypocritical.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's different. It's a different thing, but it's the same. It's a character flaw. Like, Mike, what do you think about Antonio Brown being employed by them and then like condemning what John Gruden? I agree with they're obviously condemning what Gruden said in these emails, but the fact that they can sit there and put Antonio Brown out on the field and try to win football games.
Yeah, again, Ty, you're absolutely right. And it's Antonio Brown. I mean, I'm not a fan of Antonio Brown's. I don't think he should be playing in the game. Lots of players have done what he's done and they're not playing in the game anymore. You know, the NFL has like a zero tolerance policy for like things like domestic violence.
Unless you're Antonio Brown.
Unless you're Antonio Brown, yeah. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And like Gruden was like almost the face of the NFL for a long time. Even after he coached Tampa Bay, won the Super Bowl, you know, he was the commentary on Monday Night Football for I don't know how many years.
Exactly.
Then he got the job back at in LA there, or in Oakland, wherever it was. But you know, I don't know. I mean, I find it weird. Someone's out, like you said, there's some kind of conspiracy going on here. Maybe it was with the owners. Maybe it's the $100 million deal. I don't know. I know Gruden's fighting this. He's pissed. He's got lawyers going crazy over it because he's lost his job. He's lost $100 million basically, and you know, there's probably more to the story than.
And he's never going to work in the NFL or anything to do with the NFL.
Yeah, he's obviously not going to be commentating anymore on Monday Night Football. You know, he's done. He's done in the NFL. So they're almost using him as a scapegoat for something. It's kind of weird.
But I totally agree. Like, obviously, everything he said, and he shouldn't be, but just the way that this all went down is just really, really weird to me.
Exactly. Why didn't this come about 11 years ago?
Yeah, and you know how much like vetting and everything they do, like obviously hiring a candidate. You're giving a guy $100 million contract. You're doing your research. You're doing your homework. Like, yeah, how like say the Raiders are now out in the clear. I don't buy it.
So who's stepping up as the Raiders head coach? The assistant coach?
Yeah, actually, I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't see that part. But yeah, I would assume maybe the offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. I don't even know if they've announced it yet. Hopefully they have to the team, maybe not to the media, but
yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, I think it's just sad all around. You know, it's sad that he said those things. It's sad this happening to him. I don't know. What
can you do? Shitty deal for sure.
All right, well, that was it. That's our episode of 31 for today. Canucks home opener. Currently 1-0. We're watching it right now. Hopefully they go. Canucks go. They come in and they win. And we have a night to celebrate. You know, we're drinking beer already. Might as well have a few more. Thanks to everyone for listening. As I was saying, Dirty Dan. We'll see if he's back. We'll see if he doesn't get lost in Toronto. Great show. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we're going to finish watching the Canuck game, have a couple beers, and enjoy that day 1 of the NHL, or sorry, day 2 of the NHL, day 1 of the Vancouver Canucks season. Stay dirty. Have a great night, guys.